after seeing an upset that may have set the stage for a really, really good Orange Conference finale. The Ducks go down. Now what do the Dodgers and Hurricanes have in store for us as we go over to the orange side of the bracket? Both these teams fighting for a spot in the conference finals. I am Curtis. That is Ninema J. Welcome in to primetime Saturday night here on the MLE Network. It's playoff time. We're getting into we're trying to cut it down to the final four teams in the hunt for the MLD Champions League. And here to take us with, Jay, we have a really, really high-powered matchup on both sides.
Yeah, this one is... I honestly think that the top four in the Orange Conference might be the four strongest teams in the league. No offense to the Aviators, who put in an absolute shift against the Ducks in our first series of the night. But a lot of people across the board have been considering the Orange Conference to be the heirs apparent to the throne this season. And you look across that bracket, you got the Pirates and the Knights doing battle tomorrow. And then again, the Hurricanes and the Dodgers here. These are a lot of really good rosters. And the Canes making their playoff debut, and I was kind of musing on this with some of the pre-show announcements, is will the playoff experience of a lot of these teams be enough to get them over the line? Or is there going to be an upstart? Is there going to be a group of people with enough panache to kind of etch their names on the cup? And we've already seen that in the Ducks going down, no three-peat at all this season. And
yeah,
that's a big thing. And I think the Hurricanes, after coming out of that, they're like, you know what? We can go out there and do that same thing.
Absolutely. Why not us is their mentality going into this. And the Dodgers, if you're on their side, key to them is weather the early storm, pun not intended, from the Hurricanes. If they can do that and kind of ease into this series, I think you have to give the Dodgers the advantage, I would think. But the Hurricanes are going to come out and play a very well-rounded game of Rocket League, I feel like. So this should be a lot of fun. But enough talking. Let's get to playing. Let's get cars on the field and the ball in the air. It is Hurricanes and Dodgers in a best of 7 as we find our next entrant into the conference finals. We are ready to go. DFH Stadium, the site. It is going to Cinderblock and Minimaki going after the ball to start things out. And Cinderblock is going to get demoed first thing as the ball geeks into the Dodgers corner. 4 and 54, it's just 6 seconds in. Mackey's going to be looking for agony on the end of this pass. That's a redirect off the crossbar. Mackey with the angle. Cannot quite find it. That was very close. And AutoCAD will remove that from being a threat. AutoCAD back the other way, puts one on the net, has the double touch over Agony. It's a 1-0 lead for the Hurricanes.
Unfortunately, you can just see this breakdown. Agony coming back out of that corner. AutoCAD has a great angle on him. That little bit of a baseboard attempt to defend didn't give him a great angle to try and clear that ball away. Needed to try and push that further into the far corner. Just got dunked. And the Dodgers will play from behind as the Canes take first blood.
22 seconds in. Good first strike from the Hurricanes. Cinderblock is going to take possession. Mackey comes in, puts it off the corner wall. Touched into the middle towards the goal line, and Agony's on the back end of that. That's perfectly done 33 seconds in.
Perfect textbook play out of the Dodgers. They attack a really loose ball in the defensive end for the other team, put a hard one off the sideboards out in front, and the Hurricanes chase ghost down as the Dodgers reply immediately.
How many times have we heard Mackey say something to the effect of hit it as hard as you can? It doesn't matter where, just hit it as hard as you can. He does it there and it works out.
Less so in recent months, but definitely when you're trying to challenge that ball, when it's that loose, the harder you hit it, the better, because it makes it so much more difficult to read.
50 seconds into game 1. Agony has a chance in the angle, and he'll put this well wide of the intended right post. Cinderblock goes across again, wall to wall, side to side, right in Minimaki's wheelhouse. AutoCAD to the top of the box. Chance for Agony right under the bar. Really nice save by Cinderblock as he gets up just in time to take that opportunity away, and then has the wherewithal to send this deep into the Dodger blue, and now the Dodgers have to play defense. Good demo there as Agony gets into AutoCAD. AutoCAD with the spawn will get it perfectly off the back wall. Miss by Minimaki is going to set up AutoCAD just in front of the goal line, and it's a Hurricane lead.
Unfortunately, Agony, after winning the ball in the corner, kind of gave away possession. Didn't quite have the pressure upfield to keep that one away from AutoCAD. Got a great spawn on that side. Was able to put that up. Mackey with a tough play. Couldn't get contact. And the Hurricanes get a great counterattack goal.
85 seconds in. It's a 2-1 lead for the Hurricanes in game 1. Going around the corner is Minimaki. Mackey with the 50. He's going to try to drop it on Agony's nose, and it's a perfect takeaway from Adocad. And it goes back the other way into the open cage. It's a 3-1 lead.
A little bit too much patience by Agony. Read it off the ceiling, but you can see him jump late. If they come back from the midfield line, Adocad's closer to that ball because he's on the defensive end, and the ball just comes down right on top of him, gets the angle upfield. No defense from the Dodgers there.
Hurricanes are really, really becoming proficient with the quick strike ability, and the Dodgers have no answer at this point. They got to slow the game down at this time, but they're having problems doing so. Top of the box. Minamaki over the halfway line, trying for a second touch. It'll be taken away by Adocad. Off the side wall, up towards the ceiling. It'll bounce down for Cinderblock. Taken away by Agony. Puts one at the net, and it finds the inside post. And it's a 3-2 lead. Now it's cut in half.
Big takeaway there as Agony beats out Adocad. You see Cinderblock circling. He doesn't really know what to do. And the reason for that, he's too close. As that ball comes upfield from his teammate, that one challenge getting both players for the Hurricanes out of sorts, and a great shot from Agony.
181 seconds to go in game one. It's going to be Adocad. Towards the sidewall, Cinderblock is up. He'll try to pass this down to his partner. Adocad does the volley up towards the corner. Puts it in front, does Agony. Minamaki looking for a second touch. It'll be bounced back to Agony. Dodgers putting themselves in a bit of a rough spot here. Adocad falls on top of the ball, sends it into the blue corner. No boost to speak of for Minamaki. He will also miss the corner. Agony has a full tank pass in front, but it looks like Adocad's a little late to the party. And that's a big double commit. Agony's going to get there first. He's going to put this off the back wall. Going to try to find it, but it goes up the ramp instead. And that may be a saving grace for the Hurricanes. They were very close to giving up a goal there.
Great touch from Cinderblock. Got up really well with low boost. Had the confidence to come off there, but he gets a little caught in the corner. Doesn't recover well enough, but there's no double on from Agony. Just didn't quite know if Cinderblock had that defensive touch or not, so he didn't commit to it. They give up a big chance to tie the game.
Just about 2 minutes to go. In fact, exactly 2 minutes to go. Minamaki will wait patiently on the left wing. Good demo from Agony. Minamaki has the dribble, gonna wait and try to be patient with it. It's knocked away from Adocad, but Adocad played it really well defensively. Now he might be able to take this all the way himself. He's gonna fall on top of it. It doesn't matter. Adocad makes it a 2-goal lead with 1:42 to go.
On that dribble from Mackey, Agony got so close, didn't quite have the ability to react once it got 50 back up to the top of the box. The Dodgers just never got able to recover from that offensive attempt, and now they're chasing the game again.
Talking to both Minamaki and Agony before this game, it seemed like their emphasis was going to be on communication. They basically, if one of them was going to take it solo, they really need to talk. The talk broke down there as Agony again got too close.
You get the sense.
Yep.
Sorry, you get the sense that sometimes the way that they like to play, it's a generally low comms kind of style. So sometimes they just don't quite have that sync up where one player is going to take it just a little bit of a phase longer of play before the other player tries to come in and take over.
That's a good pinch, but it goes right to Cinderblock. That's a problem. Mackey gets bumped out of the way, but Agony comes in, saves the day, cape and all. Now he might have an offensive opportunity. Gets past one. He's going to try for a demo on the other side, but Cinderblock goes ball over body. And it's going to be a 2-goal lead. It remains with 53 left. Agony off the back. Mackey needs it. Can't find it because of Adocad. Cinderblock with a good pass off the sidewall. Adocad's going to fly by the ball, and Minamaki will put it to the sidewall once more. Pinch around might go into the Hurricanes' favor. Double commit on defense. Dodgers put themselves in a terrible spot, and they may have cinched themselves a defeat in game one.
This all broke down. You see Agony coming back, same corner. And that's what we talk about a lot, these double commits coming out of the corner, chasing that ball back defensively. You end up tripping over your partner so many times. And the Dodgers victims of that right there as they give up another goal.
33 seconds to go, and I think the Hurricanes have all but cinched themselves a game one win. Not the way you want to get things started if you are the Dodgers. With the Ducks gone, they have to be one of the favorites in the Orange Conference. I think the other one, one of the favorites, period. Them and the Pirates, I think, are really the top two left in this bracket, in my opinion. But they are not doing themselves any favors trying to get to the conference finals. That's going to be another one for Adocad, make it 6-2, and the Dodgers will turn tail and run and wait for the start of game two.
And you see the lack of communication there as Mackie gets the demo, sits on the wall. He's trying to touch that one out for Agony, but he's already drifted too close to try and take that play away. Just gotta feel like they're gonna shake this one off. At this point, I think they know the game is over, but they really have to kind of look at what went wrong. And I think a lot of that just came down to either not taking advantage of their opportunities or giving up too many easy ones back their own way.
Hurricanes take game 1 by a final count 6-2. And the Dodgers will be looking to recover some things. Wouldn't be surprised if they take the full time here. But AutoCAD, he was the main cog in the machine for the Hurricanes. 7 shots, 6 of them found the back of the net. A double hat trick for him. Cinderblock with 3 helpers and 2 saves on the other side. Agony and Mackie, they split the shots advantage. But Agony really found himself in some weird defensive spots, and his team paid for it.
Yeah, I just get the sense that there's a little bit of nerve coming in. And, you know, these guys, they're not exactly the most up or down kind of people. They're either down or level. And the thing I think that they're going to have to do really quickly is put this game out of sight, out of mind. This is a Hurricanes team that's beatable. AutoCAD is putting Cinderblock on his back right now and saying, I will take us to the next round. The Dodgers need to key off of that. They need to really buckle down, keep that ball out of AutoCAD's hands, because when he's got it, he's really cutting them apart.
Well, he's got one here. This is going to be a play that Mackey's going to take care of, though, just top of the box. Cinderblock flies by the ball. And AutoCAD puts us deep into the Dodger blue. Looking for a pinch. Mackey puts us over the halfway line. It's going to drop onto Cinderblock. Cinderblock with a second touch. Might have the changeup, and he's got it in the corner. That's a 1-0 lead on a great touch.
You can see Agony just gets a little too close to this one, doesn't really know what's happening with the ball. I feel like he should have just gone up, really tried to commit heavily on that one, as Cinderblock had all this space to be able to do something with that shot.
4:35 to go. It's a 1-0 lead again for the Hurricanes. AutoCAD with a direct threat onto net once more. That's popped into the middle. AutoCAD's going to have a play at the net. Mackey reads it. He's going to have a runner the other way, and he gets there first. Tie game, 36 seconds in.
These are the types of plays that the Dodgers have to take advantage of. AutoCAD with a really weak play down to Cinderblock, who commits so heavily on a shot that is really difficult to make work because of how far you have to go to try and win that 50. It's not a clean shot. You're going to get a 50 a lot of the times with how close the defender is.
AutoCAD's going to go up the sidewall here. He's done this a couple times in this game. It's going to be a pass down to Cinderblock. Cinderblock reads it, and a really good stop by Minimaki, who has the positioning advantage, will back in for the save. Agony with the 1v2, taken away by AutoCAD. That's going to drop off the ceiling towards the goal line, and it finds its way home. It's America's favorite game. It's Plinko, and it's 2-1.
Agony just really gave up that inside line. You see him looking for the dribble, but he puts his car on the outside of the field, gives AutoCAD an inside challenge on the 50, who goes right through the ball into the net off the ceiling, and the Dodgers again just give up 2 huge boomers from downtown.
That's going to ride up the ceiling. Trying for a ceiling play is Cinderblock. Minimaki gets us back to the halfway line. Dodgers losing the possession battle at the moment as this ball is going back deep into their end for long periods of time, and the Hurricanes are taking full advantage of this. Mackey's going to lose possession here. Agony's caught. He's going to have to do something. He puts it towards the sidewall, and the Dodgers can try to work it out together. That's a problem, though. Touched far side and wide of that left post. Good defensive touch by Mackey, whereby Agony will save the day there. 90 seconds in. Mackey gets bumped out of the way by Agony. Off the back. Chance in front. Cinderblock angle is going to be well wide. Mackey's up. He will fly above the ball. Chance for Cinderblock. Going towards the corner. He will wait. Out of the corner, and that's going to go side to side, wall to wall. Shot near side for Cinderblock, and that is going to be sent back into the Dodger blue. That's a 2-0. Empty net. Can't miss these. He does not. And the Hurricanes take a 3-1 lead.
You don't see it on this replay, but AutoCAD made a beeline for Minimaki in the backfield, took him completely out of the play, and Cinderblock, with an open invitation to the Dodger net, will make it 3-1. A huge physical play setting up that goal.
178 seconds to go if you are counting it home. Agony with the takeaway. That's a good one. It's going to bounce off the corner. Mackey needs to try to find this angle. He's going to put it in front. That's dangerous, but Cinderblock will read it. Touch towards the side. That's a problem. In front. Shot. Great bump and a score. AutoCAD puts the ball in the net. Cinderblock going for the hit, and he got it.
The Canes have figured this one out. The Dodgers, if they try to set up, they're getting beat really well by the same play that they really made famous. That little dump and bump out of the corner, goes straight through the boost into the net and take out the defender. The Dodgers are going to have to change things up, but they really need to stop giving away the ball first.
That's another one right in front, and the Dodgers are reeling 5-1. They are in danger of going down 2-0. It is halftime, and they are on pace to lose this game 10-2 at this point.
They just need to really buckle this one down. They lose a kickoff. Really, really tough spot for them there with the way that they like to play that one. They're just going to have to adjust something. I'm not really sure what it is at this point, but it's just a lot of little things that are kind of adding up in the long run here.
Mackey needs this. Got to find the net here. It's going to be off the back wall and sent aside. Unfortunate. Aggie's going to come in and keep possession for the Dodgers, but a really good job of ball retrieval by the Hurricanes to this point. That's going to drop in front, and finally Mackey has the answer. It'll be 2:10 left and a 3-goal deficit.
Punish a bad clear here. Cinderblock scything that one off the ceiling, forcing AutoCAD to really lunge, try to clear it off the backboard. Just a good patient wait from that little backboard touch by Mackey will cut that lead down to 3. Still probably a chance for them to come back in this one.
What was that, 3 unanswered before that goal?
4.
Hurricanes.
It was 1-1.
4. Yeah, you're right. You're right. This will be 2:02 to go. Shot right at Agony, and he will handle it. And that's a bump Mackey on Agony that time. Good long, booming clear. Getting a touch into the corner, but a big problem. Far side, that's off the post. Agony can't turn. He's too close. This will be back towards the Dodgers' back wall, and the Hurricanes need to be patient with this. This will be in front, top of the box. Mackey is going to get a touch off the ceiling with Agony's help. Up the sidewall. Agony is there, has the angle, but not quite enough to put it on net. That'll bounce up the side once more. Agony goes low, Mackey goes high and takes it off the wall. Attempted bump by Mackey is going to be dodged by Cinderblock, and Cinderblock takes the clear. That's a chance for Cinder on the other side. That's a 2-on-0, empty net, and another one they can shoot at an empty net for. It's a 6-2 lead, and it's 1:16 to go.
Yeah, Cinderblock just getting the tail of that werewolf onto the ball, flicks it around Mackey, comes in for the challenge just a couple of milliseconds late. Agony not able to rotate out the backside, just couldn't close that distance down. 2-0 down in the series. It's not the death knell yet for the Dodgers. If they can come out strong in Game 3, maybe get this series back to 2-1, kind of get themselves, running on all cylinders at this point. There's still a chance in this series, but right now, with the way that things spiral out of control really quickly for them, it's looking really unlikely at this point.
The one would call it the winds of change. Agony makes it a 3-goal deficit, but the Hurricanes, they have put together an early storm the Dodgers have not been able to answer. And the Dodgers have some real soul-searching to do, though, as they really do not want to go down 3.
I feel like the answer just is to go back to what they do really well, which is put the ball in spots that the Hurricanes usually aren't favored to get to. A lot of that is coming down to execution right now. They're just not quite putting the ball where they want to. You've seen a lot of misses that have given up goals for the Hurricanes. And if they can just make contact with the ball, go back to doing what they need to do, I feel like a lot better chances of success will come out of it.
Positioning mistakes as well have really, really hurt the Dodgers. They've been a little too aggressive to balls where they should have stayed back on, and a little too passive to balls they should have been more aggressive on. As this one here, Agony finds himself a little bit too close, has to try to recover and can't do it.
A lot of that, he did need to play the ball. And again, execution errors. Just isn't hitting the ball when he needs to. Yes, he was close, but he was also the last player back. Really had to come in and try and play that ball away. Just didn't get the timing right. Now they've really got to find themselves some soul searching. You can see the tilt starting to creep in right now.
Yeah, Cinderblock's going to add one more, 8-3, 29 seconds to go. You said it before this matchup started. I think it was AutoCAD who ended up second in MVP voting.
Not voting, just by stats. The MVP rating for MLD done by stats. He just lost out to Mateo in the final week of the regular season.
Fair enough. He's showing his place in that elite company right now, as he's been very, very good in this series. He had 6 goals in Game 1. He has 4 in this game, along with Cinderblock sharing the load in this one. 10 goals in 2 games for AutoCAD, as he is really, really carrying his weight. 7 seconds left in game number 2. Dodgers going to go down once more. And this is going to be a try for a double, and it's nasty from Cinderblock. That is an exclamation point onto a Game 2 drubbing, and the Hurricanes are up 2.
I mean, AutoCAD would have finished that off. Cinderblock actually sneaking that front of the Werewolf in to steal that one away from his teammate, but the Dodgers are out of answers, and I think if they don't sneak into the teacher's lounge and pull the answer key for the test right now, there's no way they're passing it at this point. 9-3 after a 6-2 in Game 1. They are in dire need of finding some momentum in this series.
Well then, this is a stunning result through 2 games. I expected it to be a lot closer than this so far.
I think a lot of people... Well, I mean, a lot of people did, but at the same time, the Hurricanes are not something to slouch at. They had a really good roster. Remember, they're the 2nd seed in the Orange Conference. They came in top of the Tropic Division, which, again, was no slouch division. Both of these teams' divisions, let's be honest, they were absolute shooting galleries. Nobody really knew until the late weeks of the season who was going to come out of it, as the Dodgers had to find a late season surge to win their division title, and even then, almost didn't do it. They needed to get a couple of wins before the Bulls actually swept their final series.
That said, 2 division winners. I didn't think we'd see this through 2 games, but the Hurricanes had some other things to say. We will see if the Dodgers have an answer, and if they don't, it's going to be a quick and bloody series in the conference semifinals. This will be a chance up the sidewalk. Left wing side for Minimaki, trying to find the answer to that chance. It'll be a save coming across the goal line. Probably needed a little more elevation on that opportunity.
Yeah, just kind of got above the ball, put it straight down towards the defender, who was really well positioned. AutoCAD right along that near side post, kind of recognized the shot was going to down. Bit of an execution error. Cinderblock coming across really well to clear that away. Have an opportunity to clear it. Gets it around Mackey. Just gets it a little too far on the baseline, but great bump. Just doesn't roll away from that backboard. And the Canes right now, again, they're executing really effectively, and the Dodgers just can't find a way out of their own end.
Mackey's going to try. It looks like the Hurricanes are regrouping for a moment. Trying to grab boosts and such. This will be off the sidewall. Agony. Up and around the corner. Chance in front. Mackey needs it. Got it! Big goal! 105 into Game 3, and it's a 1-0 lead.
AutoCAD trying to chase this one back. Agony just gets enough contact on him to put him behind that ball. Mackey recognizes that, gets the hitbox to the outside, and that is the first lead for the Dodgers here in this series.
That's a big, big goal. Now the Hurricanes have to answer, which they are more than apt to try to do. This will be a bounce off the floor into the Hurricanes' end. Agony's going to be off the back. Mackey's there, but it's taken away. AutoCAD has an empty net to work with, trying to tie the game. It'll be a pass across to Cinderblock, and they've got it. It's a 1-1 game.
First ball needed to be better, as Agony just couldn't put that one anywhere strong. Mackey trying to get there, but he was never going to get it in time. It was low, right in the wheelhouse for the clear, and the Canes with an immediate response to tie it up.
Now it's time for the Dodgers to respond, if they can do it. Up and around the ceiling, this will be dropped straight down. Getting a touch is Cinderblock, but it puts it right in the wheelhouse of Minimaki, but he does put it well wide. AutoCAD will try to fall down on top of this off the sidewall. Mackey rotates back same side as the ball, which could be dangerous, but Agony reads it well. That pinch play is going to send it off the side. Agony realizes he's beat. He's going to let this ball regroup back to Minimaki, who puts it up in the air. He's got plenty of boost to challenge this. Up is Cinderblock first. He'll fall on top of it. Ends up being a pass back to AutoCAD. He'll try to follow it in the air. Waterfall touch for a Minimaki. He's going to get it back to half. That's an empty net. Can't miss these, and he will put it in the far side. Dodgers answer back with 2 minutes gone.
Cool level head from Mack as he drives down the wall. He recognizes Cinder Pocket. Had no read on that sharp play off of the roof. Came right down on the roll. Just had to drive it into an open net. Great play from the Dodgers there. They need this momentum. They need to build up a bigger lead, though, because the Hurricanes, they've had a lethal touch in front of the blue net.
And Agony's trying to get a quick strike to make it a 2-goal deficit. He cannot for the moment. Mackey comes in for the challenge, but positions himself very, very poorly. Chance on net. Agony needs a save. That's going to be off the backboard. In front. Chance for AutoCAD. That's another one off the back. Watch the Dodgers on the return. This will go back into the orange end of the Hurricanes. It'll be a pass in front, but taken away by Cinderblock as both teams thwart an offensive attempt on their net as we go back into the Dodger blue. Chance. Oh, what a save from Minimaki. Well placed on the near side post. Catching it and looking to release eventually is Minimaki. tries the release. It'll bounce out of the corner. Well read by AutoCAD. Agony is there. Was trying for a pass, it looked like, but Minimaki didn't read it. Mackey takes possession. Taken away by AutoCAD as he takes it off of Minimaki's hood. Chance far side. This may drop in. Oh, very close, just off the crossbar with 2 minutes to go. Hurricanes take possession just past the halfway line. AutoCAD trying to turn Minimaki inside out, but he won't let him do it. And with 1:52 to go, it remains a 2-1 deficit. Dodgers taking time away towards a Game 3 win.
They got that lead, and this, again, the first time we've seen the Dodgers with the lead, seems to be giving them just a little bit more confidence, a little bit more freedom in their play as Mackey looks for an outside touch towards the back corner. Can't quite find the drop on it. You just got to get the sense that all they needed was a little bit of confidence in their step to really be able to kind of impose themselves on this game, but still not all the work is done yet.
Oh, good work from Agony there. That's going to be off the crossbar, and AutoCAD with a really nice pinch play. We'll take this aside. Side to side, wall to wall. It's going to bounce towards the side wall. That's a chance that goes in front of the blue net. Agony with a deep, deep thrust off of the back wall in the Hurricanes' end. Touched in front. Cinderblock gets the redirect towards the side wall where AutoCAD can take control. Looking for Cinderblock for the bump. Not going to work. Minimaki tries a save. Not going to happen as he bounces it off the crossbar and in. Deuces wild with 60 seconds to go.
Feel like this might have been an own goal. That arc looked like it might have hit posted out. Mackey getting contact, redirects that ball, doesn't quite drop below the crossbar, but it hits enough of it to stay in. 2-2, that is at a massive, massive goal for the Canes right now, as they were kind of chasing Ghost for a little bit there in the middle stretch.
53 seconds left. Do one of these teams have a hero on the field? It'll be Agony. Putting it top of the box. AutoCAD takes it away. Back to the halfway line we go. It's Minimaki. Tries one out of the corner. Touched back to Agony. Agony puts us back into the Hurricanes end. Pass back to Agony. That's gorgeous, but Agony can't direct it on net for the time being. Still in front. Mackey misses the ball in front of the net. That's a very, very big miss. With 30 seconds left, the Dodgers may have just thwarted or may have just missed a huge opportunity.
They get another one here. Cinderblock, AutoCAD's upfield, doesn't get the clear, but the Dodgers, they can't bring that ball under control. Mackey finds the angle. There it is. 17 seconds to go. It's 3-2 Dodgers.
Oh, what a touch from Minimaki. Hurricanes a little bit too passive to this ball. Mackey has all the time in the world to turn back off the corner and get this before AutoCAD can get there off the goal line, and he takes full advantage of the now empty net. 3-2. Do the Hurricanes have a tying goal in them?
Man, Cinderblock just couldn't get that ball away far enough from his net, with AutoCAD already upfield, looking for that upfield pass, trying to find that lead just the same. The Dodgers take advantage. Here comes the Hurricanes right back. Big double commit. They won't find a way through as Agony tips it away.
That's going to be off the ceiling, though. Ball's not dead yet. AutoCAD's going to go off the side while Cinderblock keeps it alive. It's up for Cinder again. Cinder keeps it up for the time being. Now they need another touch. AutoCAD keeps it up again. Cinderblock may be able to buy a chance. That's in front for Minimaki, and he's going to send it deep and back into the Hurricanes' end. Will eventually touch the ground. The Dodgers get a win out of Game 3, and they take the series back to a 2-1 deficit.
What a time to get that game on the board, though, because you go down 3-0 in this series with the way the Hurricanes came out like a, well, let's just say it, they came out like a storm in Games 1 and 2.
Yeah. It's hard to avoid that pun. I tried.
It's really hard to avoid that. That's like trying to avoid a hurricane. You just can't do
it. Jay, I just got notice from MLD Production. We're fired.
But I am MLD Production. Dear Jay, all right. You are fired. Love, Jay.
That was future Jay talking to past Jay. That's how that worked. Anyway. 3-2. Dodgers get a huge, huge win. Now the harder task becomes them trying to repeat that performance against a Hurricanes team that is bound to respond with adjustment after adjustment, trying to pin these Dodgers back.
I feel like a lot of this is going to come down to Cinderblock being really effective in that backfield, because that one opportunity that the Dodgers needed to clinch that game came off of a Cinderblock touch that kind of didn't go anywhere, and they need to be more clinical than that at both ends of the field if they want to come away with this series.
Well, they're starting to get warmed up here. Agony's going to put this towards the net, and it finds its way home. AutoCAD can't make the last second save, and 15 seconds in, the Dodgers are up 1.
Cinder lunging at that ball in the corner. You see how quickly AutoCAD goes off the line? Left so much space for the Dodgers. He had no faith that Agony could put that on net, and that is such a big danger at this level of play, as players will be able to score goals out of seemingly nothing.
Well, that said, that was a ball that Agony would have put wide in Game 1. That's the way this series is turning for the Dodgers. That's another one towards the net. Mackey's up. He's going to try to drop this one home. Great save coming across the goal line from AutoCAD. Face a goal and nothing doing for the Dodgers offensively because of a great heroic effort.
That was a massive save out of AutoCAD. They needed that one, and they're going to get one right back here as the Dodgers can't clear their lines. Cinder blocked to AutoCAD out of the corner. It's 1-1.
And that is what the people in the trucks call a 2-point swing. As AutoCAD, with the save on one end, comes back and gets a goal on the other side, make it a 1-1 game, 41 seconds in.
Yeah, that one, another execution letdown from Agony as he put that hard lateral as the last player back on the defensive rotation. Needed to do better with that out of his own end. We'll see if he's got a little bit of atonement here as he goes one-on-one with the Hurricanes defense.
Agony is dribbling with a purpose. That's going to bounce against the post. Nearly had himself another goal as we approach the first minute gone. Shot on net. It's Minimaki making this one pay. 2-1 lead now as the Dodgers are up 1 again.
Agony forcing both Canes into a scramble. They both cover the near post, and then they both chase the ball into the corner. Mackey actually stealing the boost from between them, does a 180 on the boards, and takes it to the house to make it 2-1.
You know, I would not be surprised if the rest of these games are back and forth like this. I think the Dodgers are officially warmed up, and the Hurricanes are playing at the same level they were. Chance for Minimaki, finds the net again off a poor clear attempt. It's 3-1, Dodgers' first 2-goal lead.
Right out of the textbook of the Dodgers face-off manual, get the ball to the back corner, put it upfield. AutoCAD forced into a really tough save, drops it right down, and the follow-through from Mackey puts it dead center, and it's 3-1.
Huge moment here. Next goal is a monster. Agony's going to try to put it in the Dodger blue, and it's not going to happen on this day. AutoCAD towards the side. He's going to wait patiently. No challenge from the Dodgers. Pass across. Cinderblock turns in. Shot on net. That's going to be just wide. He's going to be passing it in front, but Cinderblock missed a golden opportunity to get his guys back into it. This will be off the back wall. Dodgers have a chance again. That's off the crossbar and turned away. And another one that goes by the wayside, as this could have been a 3-goal deficit.
The Dodgers just need to make those shots count. They need a game like Game 1 or 2 that the Hurricanes had against them, as AutoCAD seeing beeline demo, and Cinderblock will make it 2-3 for them. What a play.
We've seen them do this a couple times in this series. AutoCAD makes a beeline for the last defender on the goal line and leaves the rotating player in a perfectly bad spot. Cinderblock picks the corner. It's a 3-2 deficit with 3:19 to go.
Just can't stay still right now against the Hurricanes. It's AutoCAD looking for a bit of magic off the start. Now Cinderblock committed. The Dodgers will be bringing it back upfield, but the time on that window has closed. They won't get that shot away, but again, Curtis back and forth right now. This is a track meet of epic proportions here.
This will be a chance for Cinderblock. Cinderblock trying to float towards the middle with a last-second touch. AutoCAD set in a defensive spot that he does not like. Having to turn in is Minimaki, but getting there first is Cinderblock. Chance in front. Mackey with the save as it goes towards the line, but he puts it towards the side wall instead. Agony receiving into that pass, and a good challenge is going to send this one grossly to the sidewall. Mackey tries a return. Not going to happen. Pass in front. Cinderblock off the back, and it's going to be AutoCAD who puts himself in a committed situation that is not going to favor the Hurricanes, as back the other way come the Dodgers in the blue. In the corner. 2:19 to go as we play in the orange end. AutoCAD touches it down. Not very good contact. He's kind of lost his groove in the last couple minutes. Gets a decent touch here. It's off the ceiling. Agony's still there. That's off the back. And Cinderblock with the back wall pinch is going to at least send this up the wall for the time being. 120 seconds to go in a 3-2 game. Nerves getting a little bit tighter. Grips on the controllers getting a little bit tighter as well, as Cinderblock is going to find this on the goal line. And it is a 3-3 game.
Watch the fly by the tower by AutoCAD. Forces Agony back to avoid that demo. And Cinderblock already up for that ball, able to fly onto it. No time for Agony to get there. Big time goal. All of this again coming out of the physical play.
Just north of 100 seconds left in game number 4. Both these teams need this win. The Hurricanes can put the Dodgers on match point if they can get it. Mackey's going to get up on a nice bump, and Agony is going to get a boomer downfield at least to make the Hurricanes try to recover in their own end. Down to 90 seconds left on the clock. That's a pass. Cinderblock misses on the return fire, and it's still going to be an angled ball towards the net. That's dangerous, and Agony is going to get this just right of the post as he'll send it back in.
Oh, big pinch. Big time flat car versus Octane pinch as Cinderblock gets that one well away, and that's the important little touch that they're going to need because AutoCAD used up so much boost chasing that ball around the Dodgers' end, but what a demo on the back end, just doesn't come off as Cinderblock's able to respawn in time.
Yeah, Agony needed a lot more pace on that ball as Mackey came in for the demo. Unfortunately, could not find it. Mackey's going to be looking for a play for his teammate in the opposite end, though. Cinderblock's going to try to read this. He'll get there first. Challenge is a successful one for the Hurricanes. It'll bounce off the corner wall. Chance for Mackey. Mackey's going to put this at the net, but not enough pace on it. And it'll be up the sidewall once more. AutoCAD takes his time, realizes he doesn't have a challenge. Now he's going to follow this ball. Has one towards the back wall, but Mackey reads it perfectly. We're down to our last 30 seconds in a crucial Game 4. 1v2 situation does not go the Dodgers' way for the moment. Agony's going to give chase in his own end. Big, long boomer downfield. Tries to find the double. And then scores! 4-3 with 15 seconds to go!
Watch the Dodgers put this ball in, and look at AutoCAD trying to track it into the corner. Cinderblock is absolutely frozen solid on all 4 wheels in net, and Agony with so much space to pick the far 90, and it's another late lead for the Dodgers.
Hurricanes at 15 seconds, which is twice as long as they had last game, to try to tie this. Agony's going to get this into the Hurricanes' end. Mackey, I think, is going to win this challenge up the sidewall. No, he's not. It's AutoCAD. He's going to have a pass into the middle. Cinderblock can't get there, and that's going to do it for game number 4, and the Dodgers have come back to tie the series.
What a turnaround after games 1 and 2. They gave up 2 giant losses to a Hurricanes team, and all of a sudden, they started making the adjustments. They were keeping that ball. They were starting to put the Hurricanes in so many awkward spots from midfield back into their own end, and all of a sudden, those touches that I was talking about in games 1 and 2 that were just not being executed for the blue and white were getting done, and it's a huge change. It's like night and day for them right now.
We are down to a best of 3. Winner of this series is headed to the Orange Conference Finals, and you really can't put your finger on the pulse of a winner at this point. The predictions are going to go out the window, I think. There's no way to predict what is going to happen over the next 2, maybe 3 games. We find out as Game 5 rears its head. We are underway for the 5th time in this series. One of these teams is putting their opponent on match point. Who's it going to be? Hurricanes think it's them! AutoCAD has the first strike 5 seconds in.
The Dodgers don't react well when the ball gets put to the opposite side right along midfield with where their positioning is off the kickoff. AutoCAD does a great job taking advantage of that as neither one of the Dodgers players can get it under control. Big momentum swing now in their favor.
AutoCAD Minimaki on the kickoff after the goal. It's going to go sideways to the sidewall. Hurricanes have a good strike possibility. This is going to be off the sidewall, well read defensively by Agony. It's going to be a pass up to Minimaki. Mackey tries to find an angle, touched into the corner, and AutoCAD is going to have that removed from him. That's a big play by AutoCAD to recover, and Cinderblock's going to find the answer on the far side. 2-0 lead for the Hurricanes.
Mackey trying to intercept that ball actually kind of invited Agony to come at him, but that problem with that ball, it wasn't fully under control. AutoCAD never got bumped, was still pointing forward, so he just had to keep driving into that one. The Dodgers down too early here. They need to not let this spiral out of control.
Mackey's going to take control and possession. It'll bounce off the corner. Agony's in front trying to find it. Well read by AutoCAD as he gets there first. 2v1 the other side. That's a problem. It's going to find its way into the far side as Hellfire comes from the mouth. It's a 3-0 lead.
Mackey never managed to get back in time. Realized by the time he got to that far boards that AutoCAD had just kept it under control, put it straight up into that net. 3-0 now. You have to buckle down if you're the Dodgers. There's lots of time to find the way back into this series.
Then Mackey's going to go up the corner wall. AutoCAD is going to bump this back into his own end. What a pass and what a shot. Agony is going to receive that from an opponent, and it's a 3-1 lead now.
AutoCAD just a little late to that ball up in the high intersection area of the sideboards there. Tips it into the back corner, but Agony, after the kickoff all the way upfield, is where he likes to play out of. when he goes for that early kickoff, goes up there, gets a great ball upfield, though.
We are on pace for a cool 20 goals in this series at this point. This will be a chance towards the Dodger blue net. Minimaki going to take possession and control. No boost to speak of left for him. Pass into the middle, but Agony's not there to take it. Back into his own end. Grabs a full 100. He's going to try to take this from the ceiling. Tries to carry it home. Adocad reads it well. Mackey's going to wait as it falls down. Agony's turn back in. He will here. Chance for him to go at the net with this. Adocad with the save. Might not matter. That's going to find its way home anyway, just south of the bar, and it's a 3-2 lead now.
Cinderblock not hitting that ball at midfield left so much space here. Adocad was already committed. Tried to shadow that ball back. He got it touched, but it wasn't enough. The velocity on that front roll, carrying it past the bar and in. Big response from the Dodgers. They've clawed it back to within 1. And man, the pace of this game is stepping up to 11.
Yes, it is. There's no doubt about that one. The nerves are there as well for both of these teams. Cinderblock puts it right into Agony's wheelhouse. Off the back. Adocad gets there first. It goes up the ramp for Minimaki. Mackey has the angle. Shot towards the net. Cinderblock is not going to make contact, but it's just wide of that left post. Agony needs to wait for a catch here. The pinch off the back wall is going to go right at a Hurricanes player. Adocad and Cinderblock confused as to who needs it. Chance in front. Adocad not able to get there. Mackey's going to be in a tough spot. That's off the back wall again. Trying for a double, and it's not going to happen as Adocad ran out of boost at the worst possible time. Chance for Agony. Change up. Thrown at the net. Needs one off the crossbar and can't find it. 3-2 lead at the moment. 2:50 to go and another close one in Game 5. In front and just wide of the intended target on the back end of the pass is Minimaki. Couldn't find it.
A little bit too close, but that wasn't because it was a mistake. It was just where he came out on the development of that play. Just a little bit too hard from Agony. And these are the types of plays we talk about when you're the player with the ball. Have to make sure that the contact is well done so that if it's not right to your teammate, it's not in a spot that's easy to clear for the other team.
Just past halftime. This is going to be up off the back wall. Chance for the Hurricanes. Angled shot is going to go far side and away. That's a mistake for Adocad, one of his few in this series. Back the other way comes Cinderblock. Long return, double commit by the Dodgers is going to be a problem defensively. Chance, Plinko, scores maybe. No, it is. Okay, it took me a second. I didn't know if it was going to go in or not. I thought it was going faster than that. 4-2 lead.
That ball just dribbling over the line. Adocad will get there at the end, doesn't get contact. But the Dodgers making themselves pay for that big double commit that they don't clear away from their backboard, and the ball just never leaving their end.
Oh, that's a chance. 2 minutes left. This game not over just yet. Return fire. Adocad's in a good spot to keep it in. Off the corner. Great touch. Mackey's going to try to find it on the back end. That's going to be a return the other side. Cinderblock off the corner. That's going to bounce towards the goal line. Off the back. Chance for Adocad. Nope, he'll return it to Cinderblock, who puts it in front of the Dodgers net, but Mackey is going to take it away. Off the back. Angled shot, scores, making a 1-goal lead again with 1:35 to go.
In transition, the Dodgers are so clinical. That little touch around Adocad as he drifts in trying to win that ball. Mackey had it read the whole way. Cinderblock just can't cover down the angle. And just like that, back to a 1-goal game as the Dodgers still have signs of life.
95 seconds to go. Dodgers need a hero to tie this game up. Game not over just yet. Adocad above his own crossbar. That's a bad clear in front. Cinderblock is going to take this one off the ground, though, as it's a poor return fire on the bad clear. Agony towards the midfield line. Losing it there to Adocad. Minimaki is going to go off the back on a pinch. Leaving it for Cinderblock. Cinderblock in front. Goal line. Chance. Cinderblock can't find the wide post. And it will be another one gone by. Cinderblock off the crossbar. Agony there. Return is not going to go. And the Hurricanes letting opportunity go after go off of the crossbar. And they will lose possession finally after a barrage off that back wall.
Great control by Mackey here. He pulls the Hurricanes out of position defensively. Just can't keep the handle on it. But what he's done, he's driven Cinderblock out of boost. Big chance for the Dodgers here if they can set this one up. Splits the D. Adocad keeps the line clear. And it stays 4-3.
They can still turn this, though. Minimaki has a chance. He's going to take possession and control, has 11 boost to work with. That pinch is going to send it across the face of goal a little faster than anticipated. Mackey needs boost. It's going to be off the back. Needs it. Miss. Scores! And the Hurricanes, with 19 seconds to go, may have just cinched Game 5.
Big time pressure release for the Canes as the Dodgers just can't get that ball out of the spots that the Hurricanes can clear it effectively. They lose it in transition the same way that they will strike back in transition, and now, barring some absolute heroics, they will have to play and look for 2 straight wins.
Might have some heroics here. If Minimaki has anything to say about it, it'll be off the sidewall. Trying to find it, not going to work. 10 seconds left. Don't count them out until the ball hits the ground at 0. Hurricanes trying to answer this and just keep it in the Dodger blue. Mackey's going to put this up in the air. It's going to hit the ramp, and nobody there to return. The Hurricanes have the Dodgers on match point and are 1 win away from the Orange Conference Final.
Look at the difference in pressure. 10 shots out of the Hurricanes on that one, but look at how few saves the Dodgers required. Okay, hold on a second. Caster math bad. 10 shots, 5 goals, 4 saves. Never mind! Almost all of those balls on net, but I'm struggling to remember a lot of really tough saves out of the Dodgers. I feel like if the Hurricanes can really kind of buckle this one down, get a lot more quality opportunities that force the Dodgers into really tough saves, they'll come away with the series. On the other hand, Curtis, the Dodgers, I think, just victims of a couple of execution mistakes. They still have a shot in this series, but they just need to focus on what made them so successful in games 3 and 4.
And what got them to the promised land in those 2 wins that they've got so far has been really good starts. They put the Hurricanes on the back foot early and were able to take advantage of that. Dodgers need a couple of quick goals, in my estimation, in Game 6, or they are done. The unforced error is just too much to surmount right now, and they do not have the time to fix those mistakes in such a short-term setting. They are going to need to drill those as we go forward. Agony's going to take this up the sidewall. Actually, he's going to roll off the ceiling. He's going to drop it down to Minimaki. Finds the angle, and they score. Quick strike, 16 seconds in. That's just what the doctor ordered.
They needed this goal badly to get that momentum back in their favor. After starting Game 5, down 3-0 inside a minute, a quick start was imperative for the team in blue and white. They get a great chance as Cinderblock got turned inside out on a number of occasions trying to track that ball back.
Adokad loses the ball easily at midfield. Cinderblock's going to put it up the sidewall. Agony reads it well. Shot towards the net. And Adokad nearly had to make a miraculous save, but he takes it off the ground instead. Pass into the middle. Cinderblock is there. Ruining his day is Minimaki, but Mackey paid the ultimate price for it, as he will wait 3 seconds to spawn again. Far side. Just above the crossbar. Cinderblock towards the sidewall. Minimaki will miss. He will try to take this and pass it back to Agony, who comes in for the challenge. It'll drop in front of the blue net. Agony needs to make an aerial save here. It's towards the net, and he ends up putting it in his own net. And the Hurricanes have an answer. It's 1-1.
This one really kind of breaking down here where you see Mackey get a little bit too wide on that ball. Agony's rotating back, just can't quite get square to that ball to clear it away. Ended up tipping it towards his own goal. Really tough attempt at a save, but that is momentum again shifting back in the favor of the team in orange and green. But how about Agony looking for one quickly off the faceoff?
No, couldn't quite control it, though, and that's going to be a problem the other way, and it's a 2-point swing as Adokad gives the Hurricanes the lead, 2 unanswered goals, and it's a 2-1 deficit the Dodgers are looking at.
Cinderblock actually giving Mackey a bit of a bump along the sideboard there. Couldn't quite get set to really challenge that ball, and Adokad able to keep his head cool, get that ball upfield into the net. 2-1, big-time momentum shift now in the Hurricanes' favor.
Well, the Dodgers need a goal. They're in that same spot they were in at the start of this game. That's one's going to be returned towards the Dodgers blue. Mackey's going to go off of the sidewall. Waits patiently. It's going to go into the corner. Agony looking for a delicate jump off the corner wall, but it's taken away by the Hurricanes once more. Mackey loses the challenge. That's going to drop in front. Agony takes to the air. He's going to get it over one big-time demo. Mackey's going to turn in on this, and a really, really fortunate demo for the Hurricanes as they do get a touch out of the newly spawned player, but it doesn't matter as Agony puts it in front. The Dodgers have tied the game up after good pressure.
That huge demo put the Hurricanes in such a tough spot. They cycle in that corner, both of them inside the near post along the sideboards there, and eventually Agony gets one out in front for Mackey. Big goal, 2-2, deuces wild. Still early in this one, 3:22 to go.
Yeah, 4 of a kind. What do you have? This will be up the ramp. Agony cannot quite angle this on net, having a problem getting the execution done on the kickoff plays. That'll be a chance. That's towards the corner. Scores! What an angle. Get the protractor out. It's 3-2.
Cinderblock, a big-time victim of this clear, uncontrolled with his teammate right there along the side. Again, you see AutoCAD drifting out away from that post. He doesn't stay in net long enough to effectively read the play, and he gets burned on it.
2-1 answered back the other way. Now Cinderblock might have a goal the other side on the kick, but it's taken across by Agony across the face of goal. Cinderblock will wait and turn on this. He'll actually pinch it with his teammate. Out of the corner. Good ground pinch towards that net. That's going to go crossways side to side. Putting it on a tee. Trying for a dribble is Mackey. 31 boost to work with. He's going to get this left by him. Towards the corner. Agony near side. Mackey's up. Going to try to put this crossways. That goes towards the net, but it's just wide of the right post as we have come and gone past halftime in a 3-2 game. The Dodgers have the advantage as they try to force a Game 7. Nothing better than a Game 7 in MLB playoffs. No doubt about that one. This is up in the air. Chance for Agony to make a save. That's off the nose. Still a chance in front of that Dodger net. Problems for the Dodgers amassing, but it will be Mackey who makes a decent try at it and gets it away from the goal line. This could be an offensive rush the other way. Mackey trying to find the angle in front to Agony. That's going to be a 2v1 the other way, but Minimaki reads it perfectly and gets back to recover from the commit.
Ooh, dangerous ball!
Scores! AutoCAD is going to take this away in the Dodger corner and tie the game.
Minimaki never knows that AutoCAD's just waiting for him to make this touch. It's uncontrolled. Agony has no chance to come across. It is a absolute steal of a goal as AutoCAD picks Mackey's pocket in the corner, and it'll make it 3-3.
Here we go. Chance across, and Agony's going to take it away. Three's company. Off of the corner wall. Agony with the challenge. It's going to drop in front. Chance off the back. They need a double touch. And another one for Cinderblock, but he puts it above the bar. And that's an opportunity gone by as the Dodgers can keep possession. Into the corner. Good mind game. Mackey with no boost is going to pinch out to Agony, who needs to put one on net. But it's going to go off the back wall instead. Minimaki trying to play it smart defensively. Now he'll turn on it. It'll go off the intersection. Doink play from Minimaki, doesn't quite get the height he wants. Up is Agony. Agony has the angle here. He's going to be looking towards the net, but doesn't have quite enough pace on it. Minimaki goes across. They're playing corner to corner right now, trying to keep it in the Hurricanes' end. We're down to our last minute. Dodgers trying to force Game 7. Agony's there. It's going to bounce in front, but he can't find the last possible touch, as it's going to be Cinderblock who takes control to AutoCAD. 45 seconds left. Both teams waiting with bated breath for an opportunity. Everybody in chat waiting with bated breath for an opportunity. AutoCAD's going to try to find that opportunity. Plinko scores! 4:33 seconds to go, and that may be the goal.
Mackey doesn't want to put that lateral, just can't quite wrap the octane around that ball and get it a little bit further upfield. Puts it right onto the nose of AutoCAD, and the Hurricanes are 33 seconds away from advancing to the conference finals.
This is a big, big moment. Dodgers need a goal. Chance for Minimaki trying to find the touch off the corner. Agony is there, has the angle, the bounce, far side. Cinderblock misses and AutoCAD takes it away. Down to our last 18 seconds. Right wing side, taking control. Mackey, far side, towards the post. Dropped ahead. Agony is waiting back just in time. 9 seconds left. Waiting for an opportunity to jump on this ball. Has it. It's off the back. Needs it with 17 seconds left. It's in front. No, it's off the no! The Hurricanes win. Oh, man. Oh, they're going to be seeing that bounce in their nightmares for weeks, for months even. Going into Season 7, the Hurricanes survive, and they take the series 4-2 in games after a 4-3 Game 6 win with 33 seconds to go.
It was right there, and Mackey just could not stretch that octane out any further to put that ball over the line before it hit the ground. Well played to both teams. This series really living up to the billing, and just like that, two of the most experienced rosters in this playoffs are now out. it will be anyone's guess as to who will come home with the championship this season.
Oh man, and the Hurricanes, who are making their playoff debuts, come in and make an absolute statement. That can show you, though, the parity in the Champions League, in the Orange Conference, especially with the teams that are remaining left. It's really, really going to be difficult to find for sure who is going to take it. So a huge kudos to the Hurricanes who come out and take the Dodgers to their limits and past their limits, and the Dodgers indeed fall to the oncoming Storm. That is, what a couple of series, what a couple of outcomes, as we had the Ducks go down in series number 1 to the Aviators, and now the Dodgers go down to the Hurricanes. And this is shaping up to be a crazy bracket for those that are scoring at home.
Yeah, this is the type of first day of the full bracket of the playoffs that you kind of sit up and go, huh.
Yeah.
Didn't quite see that coming, but the Hurricanes, full credit to them. They came in and executed a game plan to a T. They bullied the Dodgers in games 1 and 2. They put them on the backfield. They forced them to dig deep and force it into a best of 3. And at the end of the day, they just did enough in games 5 and 6 to win that series. And a lot of it came down to kind of getting in the head of the Dodgers, the bumps, the positioning that they forced them into. They did such a good job disrupting what that Dodgers roster likes to do.
That said, games 1 and 2 were a big problem for the Dodgers. There were a lot of unforced errors that they could not recover from, and the Hurricanes bumping them around, bullying them, did not make things any easier, as that was in the back of their mind the whole time. So that, again, huge credit to the Hurricanes, who took that strategy home and worked it out to where they could take the Dodgers to their limits, and the Dodgers will be looking for an answer for next season. No doubt about that one. But the Hurricanes move on as we move forward. They play next week against the winner of tomorrow's night's matchup, and that is going to be a heck of a contest as well, as we try to narrow it down to 2 teams in the Orange Conference.
Yeah, 2 series down, 2 series to go, as tomorrow night, same bat time, same bat channel, we'll kick off with the other half of the Blue Conference semifinals. It'll be the Wolves down their star player as Iso Solo ranking out in the week leading up. He'll be replaced by Ray alongside Heimgame for the Wolves. They'll be playing the Spartans. Looks like the series kind of out of last season, as well as Stumpinator will come into the lineup for the Spartans, playing alongside the captain in True Soldier. That one going down at 9 o'clock, and then the other side of the Orange Conference, 10 p.m. roughly. That one will get underway as the Pirates, the number 1 seed, will take on the Knights as a Sun Division rivalry heating up out of that wild card into the top seed. You don't want to miss any of that action. If you haven't already, mash the follow button. Make sure you guys have your notifications turned right on so that you don't miss a minute of MLD action as we get into the final series of season number 6. For Curtis, for Ninja Rider before him, I've been Anonymous Jay. You can follow us all on Twitter. Use the exclamation Casters command in the chat. A big shout out as always to our sponsors, Balls Guarana. You can get free shipping on your next order. Code MLD at checkout, ballsbaws.com. And as always, our friends at Arctic Cooling, check them out with their full product line at arctic.ac. Make sure you guys are tuned in on the Twitter and set your alarm reminders for the championship. That one going down May 5th. It'll be an 8 p.m. stream start time with a pre-show, but you want to be in for every minute of that. Likely going to be giving away some more great Arctic merchandise throughout the course of that championship broadcast. That'll do it for us. We will be back tomorrow night for Showdown Sunday as the other half of the Champion League playoffs comes to a close. We get set to see who will be the final 4 teams left in this playoff bracket. From everybody at Minor League Doubles, we thank you for watching. Please stick around for the host. We'll see you guys next time on the MLD Network.
Cambridge to Boston, lives in a world she's lost in, victim of compromise. He's staring at her Aberdeen heart, London eyes, Glasgow bones. She's whistling the catacombs, a paradox. He's in love with the statue in a marble block. He's in love with the girl that time forgot. She just shakes her ears. She's falling to nobody can see